G'day mate, and today we're out tackling a track that doesn't exist on any maps. Our goal? A desert oasis in the remote Outback. The locals said that they would never take their cars here and that it's only suited for quads or motorbikes. This is remote, this is adventure, this is the Outback Almanac. With the tyres aired down, we pushed into the start of a track, but we quickly ran into our first problem. Hey Brian?
Yeah, what?
I gotta stop, I just completely lost steering. I just lost steering.
Oh my god.
And after finding out why...
Hey, call me! Stop! Your shock's for fucking death.
Why? There's a reason like that. There is a reason for that. I had to change when I took it out. I undid the bolt, but I might have forgotten to do it back up. So. Well, at least we know why I have to turn it now.
And after repairing the steering, we pushed on and eventually came up to our first challenge. It's just these ruts are a little bit deeper than I would have liked. We're following a creek bed at the moment. It's a little bit deeper than I thought it to be. But with these 33s, I've noticed this car is handling it like no tomorrow. That clay is so soft. Ease up for that one though, where that clay is extremely soft. But we walked it. With the first challenge well out of the way, we continued on. The track got rougher and rougher, but like a one-legged man at an ass-kicking contest, we had to adapt. Now, I don't really have a game plan for this at this point. I'm just gonna let this front tip into this. I'll check if we can do it. That is exactly where you do your panel damage. Right? But here's where things get interesting. Brian's car had zero issues, but Arthur's kept on getting caught up. And with the max tracks constantly slipping,
That front right one slipped out.
Brian had an idea.
Well, I can get a rope that runs from that to like that tree. A rope. And what if...
And after rigging the max tracks to a tree so they won't slip out, we were ready to give it a go.
Big arm. Big arm. Stop.
With Arthur's car completing that challenge, we travelled on, and soon arrived at a creek crossing, but like a fat kid on a cupcake, we were all over it. Alright, this is the creek. First steep crossing. I think this is actually a little bit deeper than I want it to be. Alright. Yeah, I just need to please be sealed. Bottom. That was a lot easier than I thought. Let's see how everyone else goes through that. With both other cars having zero issues, we pushed on. Alright, well coming up to about 2:40 in the afternoon, and we have reached the creek that eventually connects to the gorge. And now we're just following that, we're weaving in and out, and we'll see what comes up next for the next challenge. It's been pretty good so far, pretty easy going. A little bit like the old coach road. A little bit like the old coach road in regards to terrain type. Very slow going. But yeah, let's see what the next challenge is. And soon we arrived. Now we should be getting in the gorge in about 5 or 6 turns. But I just wanted to film, see how much flex my car's got. Interested to see how it goes through this little section here.
With the last challenge well out of the way, only a few little hills and a patch of dirt stood between us and the Oasis. And after a total of 5 hours on the track,
Oh my god, this looks insane. Check it out.
A little fishy!
coming up, we head back into town through a hand-cut track from the 1900s.
This is me standing.